Go on to this one. Dozens of Los Angeles firefighters protested those vaccine mandates outside City Hall today. This is a look at the crowd. You get some perspective here. The latest numbers of the fire department show 26% of LAFD sworn members are not vaccinated. LAFD says the department has received 108 medical exemptions and 389 religious exemptions.
Among the crowd today was Los Angeles City Firefighter John Knox, a leader for Firefighters for Freedom. He didn't want to be told what to do by the city or the department. And he joins us live now, and he works as a firefighter, also as a paramedic. First off, thank you for your service to our city.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your main point that you want everybody to know when it comes to vaccine mandates?
It's not even just vaccine mandates, it's mandates in general. The city came down with this mandate, and the mandate itself is unconstitutional. It violates the California Constitution, Article 1, Section 1. We do have rights in this country. This is not a law. It was never legislated into law, and anything that is repugnant to the Constitution is illegal. And in this country, and especially this state, the gold standard has been since 1973, my body, my choice. And so what is the difference at this point? I'm not terminating life. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just saying that I have a constitutional right, as well as you, a citizen, no different than me, have that same right to make the choice as to what is being put into my body. It's not the government or these bureaucrats' decision to tell me what I have to put in my body.
But arguably, you already do put some vaccines in your body, because in order to become a firefighter, to work for the city of Los Angeles, there are some vaccine requirements. We asked Captain Eric Scott of LAFD what vaccine requirements you have to get to join LAFD, and this is what he told us.
Or the city of LA requires a tuberculosis test for our members that went to paramedic school. In addition to TB, MMR is required.
MMR, measles, mumps, rubella, that's what that stands for, of course. So, John, you have those shots. What's the difference between those shots and the COVID-19 vaccine?
This is about the fact that those shots I had when I was a child. And at this point in my life, as an adult, I have the ability to make that decision for myself. There's no one gets the right to tell me what I can do with my body, period, or whether I'm vaccinated or unvaccinated. This isn't a vaccine versus unvaccinated issue. This isn't a political issue, left versus right. This is about freedom of choice. It's my right to choose.
But the Supreme Court for years, though, has found that it is constitutional for, like, school districts, like you're talking about, to put something in place for MMR vaccines. So, I mean, so it's constitutional for you to get it as a kid and be forced to do that to go to public school, but not to work as an adult?
You're forcing me at this point to take an experimental drug. Okay, this is under emergency use authorization. There's 170.
It's not though. It's not. The Pfizer vaccine is not under emergency use authorization anymore.
Actually, it is. The only thing that is Comirnaty was approved. Okay, not Biotech N. Comirnaty, and it's not manufactured here in the U.S. So if you're going to say that, then you need to be correct. There is no approved vaccine in the United States of America for use right now. Pfizer uses Biotech N, not Comirnaty.
You are a part of a lawsuit, correct?
Yes.
There's almost 900 firefighters who have filed a lawsuit against the city of Los Angeles. According to what I've read, you're each asking for $2.5 million. Is that correct?
That sounds correct, yes.
How do you justify $2.5 million a pop?
You'd have to come and talk to the attorneys about that. I don't come up with numbers. I'm not an attorney. I didn't write that lawsuit, so they're the ones that came up with the numbers for that.
Okay, so it seems like a lot when I say almost 900 firefighters, but the department has about 3,500 members. You are in the minority, actually, in terms of the vaccine rate, because 26% are not vaccinated, therefore the majority are. So I'm curious, has this come between you and your colleagues? Has this hindered relationships for you?
No, actually it hasn't. And we actually have a large majority of people that are in our lawsuit. We have actually 2 lawsuits. That lawsuit you talked about was for harassment issues that are happening through chief officers in our department. We actually have another lawsuit that is based on constitutionality of this mandate. And no, it's not hindering working relationships in our department. And your numbers are wrong as well. We don't have only 26%. There's approximately 1,600 members of our department that are not vaccinated at this time, and there's about another 675 that have declared not to state whether they're vaccinated at this time.
We're talking about sworn members.
What's that?
I said our numbers refer to sworn members according to LAFD.
Right. Yeah, according to LAFD, we have approximately 1,600 members that are unvaccinated in our department.
So if the city says, if you don't get vaccinated, we're going to fire you, are you willing to lose your job over this? Are you going to leave the department, go somewhere else, to another state? What's your plan?
And the city is saying that, according to Mayor Garcetti, that as of December 18th, John, if you're not vaccinated, you would risk losing your job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm willing to lose my job over this. I've been here for 21 years, and this is much bigger than my job. This is about freedom in this country and the governmental overreach that's happening right now. The fact that people are allowing the federal government or allowing the municipal governments to step in and actually mandate something versus legislate it. Tell me why this wasn't put into law versus being mandated. It's because it's unconstitutional and they know they can't do that. And we're standing for those rights, for people's rights. This isn't about, I'm willing to lose my job. I have no problem with that. That's how much I believe in this.
Would you try to be a firefighter potentially in another area, maybe an area with a more conservative government with a different view on this?
No, I can go and do anything I want. I'm 53 years old. As a firefighter, my job is to mitigate problems all day long. And so I don't have 911 that I can pick up and call for help when someone calls me and I get on scene. So I have a very large skill base, a very broad skill base. All of us do. That's why we're here. We like to help people. We've been here for 20 months working through this pandemic, and there hasn't been a shot. There's never been an issue until the last 30 days. And if we were so dangerous, show us where there's one instance where a firefighter transmitted disease across to the public. It hasn't happened. Yet we've got over 1/3 of our department that has contracted COVID from the public, and yet we still come to work every day.
And for people who are watching tonight and who say, I am concerned if you come to me and you come to my aid and you aren't vaccinated, you say?
I say for the past 20 months, we've come to you unvaccinated. We've come to you, we use personal protective gear, we use gloves, we use N95 respirator masks, we have goggles, protective gowns, we decon all of our equipment. We've never been an issue before. And now all of a sudden in the past 30 days, we're so dangerous that you're willing to fire us at the peak of brush season. And today was October 20th. If we're so dangerous to the public, why did the city council and the mayor extend it 2 more months?
Well, and that is the point. I mean, do you think that essentially you're winning here? That they are realizing that the numbers, there's so many of you that they can't do this without you, and they're backing down from their position. What do you make of that?
This isn't just us, the fire department. This is the whole city. You have to realize that the statistics of the vaccination rates across the city are the same. Yet we're not unique. And there's 27 different agencies in the city. So you're telling me you're going to fire over 50% of your workforce? Tell me what the citizens of Los Angeles, how safe they're going to be when the Santa Ana's pick up and Department of Water and Power has 50% cuts. Sanitation, who's going to pick up the trash when only 24% of their department is vaccinated? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we have not independently confirmed all of those vaccination numbers, but the bottom line point is there are a significant number of people who have not been vaccinated, and the city had to adjust because of that, because they realized that they had a problem if they tried to enforce this thing. We appreciate your service to our city over those 21 years.
I just wanted to make a quick clarification, John, to your point about not having full authorization from the FDA in this country. On the FDA website, it does say that the vaccine has been known as Pfizer and will now be marketed as Comirnaty for the prevention of COVID-19. So it's one of the same.
They're not. They're two totally different. Comirnaty is different than Biotech N, and that's what is being injected into people right now. They're two completely different vaccines. You can go to our website at Firefighters4Freedom.org, and we have 171 clinical trials up there. We have the 20 clinical trials that are going on right now. None of them are over. They're going to be continuing for at least another 2 years. We have over 36,000 VAERS reports on there that show, those are governmental reports. Those aren't our reports. I mean, there's enough information on our website for you to make an informed decision if you want to go ahead and get a shot or you don't. That's what we're about. We're here to let people make a decision for themselves. That's what we stand for.
Yep, and you can also go to fda.gov as well to learn more.
And obviously this is an emotional thing. Obviously people have a lot of opinions on this, and our show is about letting people express their opinions and hearing people out. So we appreciate you coming on and sharing your
Thank you for
perspective.
having me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You
All
guys
right.
have a great evening.
You too.
You
All
too.
right, still to come. Some consumers are panicked